Hello and welcome to all of ye who watch this. Today I thought instead of writing, because I'm already halfway past when I should be writing, I might be able to get a few minutes in, but I wanted to give an update video on all the writing stuff because I've been doing a lot of more advice, discussions, and all that stuff, and I still do want to do writing update videos, of course, because you guys will want to know what I'm doing with my work. And I'm going to adjust this camera a little. Don't breathe, because my stand is, I don't even know, it does not want to act right. Oh, now we got to adjust this a little. Don't nobody breathe. Okay, I think it's okay. Nope. My stand is acting up like you would not believe. I'm going to let you just see all the miserable moments of this. I have so many adjustments trying to keep it straight. We in? Everything's working? I actually have a little kind of mint box thing holding the stand, plus the case for my eyeglasses, which is like a cloth bag. So this is good times today. My stand is going kaput. I have a nice little list of stuff I wanted to mention, including that I'm super excited that I found my pink glasses. You can kind of see there's like a, I gotta be careful because I have a rule against showing neighbor and house stuff, but you can kind of see the bluish tint. It's also for blue light protection, but these were the ones that I was talking about the other day that I wanted to find and I had misplaced because they're like the oversized look that's kind of fun. Got my little like library look, but I had lost them and I was going, how can I lose them, because I don't have much stuff to keep anyway. It's not like I have stuff misplaced all the time. I usually know exactly where things are, because I keep very organized and nothing tends to move, just because it makes it easier on my brain and life to have things in its place. So yay, I found that. A lot of updates for you. I know you guys want to also make sure that I am actually still doing what I discuss a lot of the time, because writers will have the issue where it's not necessarily a conscious thing either. It's just the more you talk about writing, how to write, help people with writing, oftentimes it goes back to the video and the talk how I mentioned that things start to compile in here and it starts to infect your mind. So then the writing becomes harder because you've basically stepped out of your world. You've stepped out of the writing, the story, and it can be very difficult to actually get back into it from having so much time off, but also from having so much other stuff in here. A lot of the time when you try to help people with writing and when you try to help with just talking about the writing, even if you are explaining to people about the story, it can make it hard to get back into that story because the brain is effectively going, okay, I'm done with this. I've told the story. I've explained it. I don't want to play with it anymore. Get rid of it. I'm bored with it. And it can be a struggle to get back into that writing. So I think it's important that as much as I'm trying to post discussions on this channel and answer questions on this channel, that I do still try to also keep the updates coming on my own work. I may slip them in with the discussions and with the answer videos and all of that. But then when you're seeing that I'm still writing and I'm still updating based on my work that I'm still getting done, it can kind of help. These are probably going to be, I can't say like once a month, once every other month, or anything, because depending on what progress I'm making, the dates could be different. Depending on how often I get to film, the time could be different. It's been hard the past couple weeks for me to get filming and to get focus because the stiffness and pain in my body was getting to the point where it was hard to focus on even just daily work. So I talked about found my pink glasses. So I changed the channel name. Once I get to the point that I can monetize this channel, I've noticed some of the videos will sometimes have ads on it, and I am not the one doing that. I am not the one making anything from that. That is not my doing. I cannot even find how to get rid of them. I don't have the qualifications to monetize anything yet. I need a lot more views, a lot more subscribers. I can't remember what the number is. So if you see commercials or ads, I apologize for that because I'm not the one doing it yet. So, but when I do get to the point that I can monetize, I may put my name back on the channel, just because then I'm making the income on my actual name. But for now, or I might not, I don't know. But for now, I did change the channel name to reflect what I use on different sites, just because it had reached the point where something had occurred a few weeks ago, I think it was, that made me go, okay, I want to make sure that if somebody is not having the best intentions to looking up my name, that I want it separated. You can still get to this channel using my name because the links, and I've said my name on here, and it's not like I'm purposely trying to hide it. I have a lot of information to change and remember to change if I were trying to hide it. But I just want that little bit of, you know, separation between my name and a lot of these profile names, just because. Also, if you want to see the kind of fun that I have had with my name, either search on stores. They'd have to be bookstores. I'm not selling anything besides books right now, except on Zazzle. Go look in the link. You will find that information. You'll find some of the merchandise I'm putting up. Gotta check in with Redbubble because they still have the account unrestricted. It might be the quote that I initially used. It's too similar to other quotes, but it's from one of my books, so I might have to make sure they understand that or choose something else. If it's going to cause issues, it's fine. Oh, but if you want to see the kind of fun that I have experienced, even on here, either search Kim Iverson or Kimberly Sue Iverson. See how fast I come up. See how many things of me alone come up. Amazon, even just the web. I mean, it's not like I don't mind people Googling me. I've been online for quite a while. And what am I going to have to hide? I don't exactly do bad stuff. It's why people have called me a goody-goody, because I think long term, so I don't tend to go around causing trouble that's going to cause me trouble down the line. I think long term, I act accordingly. There are some times when the temper has gotten the best of me, but still, I don't go around doing stuff that's terrible. But again, don't mind you Googling me. So Google those names. You want to see how much fun that I have had differentiating myself between others with that name. Even the last name is a little too popular. In school, people used to ask me if I was related to the Ivers restaurant. If you don't know what the Ivers restaurant is, I-V-A-R-S is what I'm saying. Ivers. It's a seafood restaurant, essentially. So they always figured I was related. Iverson, Ivers. I'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm not. Stop looking at me. I'm too shy and quiet. Don't look at me. But I'm not. And then I got the one where, hey, are you such and such little sister? Maybe. Yes, I am. Don't look at me also. Yes, I'm his sister. I think that was all that I mentioned. I mentioned the glasses. I don't know why anybody tolerates me. Channel name. And the writing is picking up. Let me just push the in here and creep in here a little bit. So I cut the writing talk. The reason being because I ended up deciding I would use that since I really went into the information. I decided that I would use it as a free giveaway for a sample here on YouTube. I'm gonna say potentially within a month you will see that pop up. I don't know for sure, but the full length of it will be over on my Patreon and my Ko-fi. You see the links keep popping up, but they're also in the description if you want to go check that out. When I created the video, I was about 35K or approaching 35,000 words, rounding up obviously. I think it was like 34,000 something. And now I am at, I want to say 39,000. You'll see it on social networks for the word count updates, but I also post them now on Patreon and Ko-fi. So if you are a follower on there, you will see that. That way you are getting something that you don't have to pay for, but the full length video for the background information on that story I will put on the, I think it's the $3 membership that if you sign up for, you get all those behind the scenes videos. I had cut the reason I had cut it was because I just went into a lot of the background and story and why and everything, and wanted to make sure that that was, I was gonna use it at first as a video on YouTube to show what you could get, but I realized I can just sample that video and put it on YouTube, which is what I'll do, and that will be the free stuff. You'll just get snippets of what I'm saying, so that if you are interested in watching the full video, then go sign up for Patreon or Ko-fi. If you sign up for Patreon or Ko-fi, just realize that they are essentially the same thing. It just means that you're getting extra stuff when you sign up for the tiers. There will be things that I do post only on Ko-fi and Patreon that I don't publicly post anywhere else, but they will also be under the free so that you can get still something if you just want to follow them. What else was I going to mention? I am about to mention the website for the Sorceress world. I'm pointing at past Kim here. I do, and I will mention it there. I don't have the website, but below I will link the page for the Sorceress world. I think I have to update that as well. Past few weeks I've been slowly trying to work on things for the website and update it, so you might see something suddenly go poof, or something suddenly appear that I put down that I don't want to lose track of, and I just kind of put it, like I realized when I had upgraded the theme I'm using, because the other one, I believe it was the menu, was acting up, and I liked the look of this new one, so that I didn't have to alter all sorts of things on it. Hold on. Okay, had to all of a sudden the sun come out and washed me out. I am just that pale. But I had chosen this theme that I'm using currently on my KimberlySueIverson.com because I had minimal adjustments to make it look how I kind of wanted it to. So I am going through and slowly adjusting with time. It's like with the writing I did yesterday, I only got about 300 words I think I posted. And that's mainly because I went to a chapter behind or two, and there was a scene that I had written. I wanted to really impact that scene more and show that it was a huge turning point, not just in her, but in all the magical realms, because she's effectively connecting deeply to something in that scene that is going to prove a big deal. It's actually something that goes into what I was talking about in that background. I might even include this as another video and go into that stuff. But it's, a lot of people will say don't go back and edit the work, and I do that sometimes. I'll go back and kind of just, it's not a major edit, it's just adjusting words, commas, periods, stuff like that, because then when I'm working in the story, it's something subtle that will get the story going again. So when I continue forward and I keep writing, it will help my brain to like connect the dots and the story dots in this instance. And when I start writing, I will get going. That's why sometimes the words are low. It's not necessarily the words are low because the story wasn't coming or anything like that. Say yesterday I only had about 15 minutes I think to write, and that was why I had a lot of I had gone back in the story and was reading to catch my brain up. I know a lot of, well, I'm sure if you're watching and you are a writer for anything, you are aware of this. Sometimes also you'll find that you end up getting distracted when you're writing, and then you don't get a chance to get back to the writing, so that when you go to write, you'll find half sentences and have no idea where you were going with that or where you left off. And that's something that actually will be helped when I go back into the story and read and come forward. Or what I've been doing is I will put a sentence down in the work so that when I have to abruptly leave, I quickly type a sentence at the end saying, you know, such and such is going this way, such and such is about to do this. That way when I abruptly have to leave the work and I come back, I know where my thought process was the instant that I get pulled away. I don't always remember that, but going back into the work that way will actually help me to remember that and carry that forward. So that too can often be the result of why my words aren't actually as high. So I think that was all that I had really mentioned in the writing, is I am approaching 40,000 words. Back to Kim and letting past Kim take over. I did not mention Hope of the Future. I was able to get a bit more of that outlined the other day. So that is still in progress. I think that was all I had to mention, but I want to double check my brain. Talk about oh, I didn't write this one down, but I have been trying to also post on the Dark Moon Dynasty universe, move stuff mainly from the old site that I was going to open up to this main site that I did open up. And WordPress allowed me to finally set the domain as the primary domain. So if you go to Dark Moon Dynasty Universe, it's no longer directing from the .wordpress.com. It is darkmoondynasty.com. The link has always worked that way, but they didn't allow me to set that as the primary. It always had .wordpress.com attached to it. So that's finally fixed. I guess it had like a year it had to do it, or they just decided to go back to the old system. I don't know. Either way, I'm super excited about that. I did get the Guardian of Life website also set up, so that one too I will link below here, and I will get that. You can subscribe to the blog. I don't have any posts up, I don't think. I obviously have plenty of information to come for it. My next priority is trying to get also the Sorceress Chronicles site up. Still working on whether I want that to be the name or anything like that, but right now I'm not really focused too much on the names because I'm not able to buy the domain for it. I am also working on a site that will be the main for all of it, so that if you go to that site, then you can decide what branch you want to take off of it. Say if you only want to follow the Dark Moon Dynasty universe, you can, and then you can stay on that for permanently, or you want to follow anything. They're all gonna be linked off there, so I don't have to have 1,000 different links. Right now I do have to have 1,000 different links because I don't have a main site they all branch off of, except for the KimberlySueIverson.com. Mila? The KimberlySueIverson.com is the main, and they all do branch off of there. I'm not kidding. More than enough now. Stop throwing a fit. So that one you can get to. But there will eventually come, especially that's where a lot of money, if I am not helping out with bills for the house and stuff for dogs and all that, everything there, then I can afford to upgrade so that all these sites have their own domains. I only have the 2, I think, with domains. The one I've had, Kimberly Sue Iverson, since I first went under Kim Iverson, which I think was like 7 years ago, 8. I don't know. Okay, dogs are getting really antsy, so I'll go into more of the website stuff as I get more information and later on in details and etc, 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 because the dogs are getting antsy. They have to go to the bathroom and I gotta eat, and I will slow myself back down for ya. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate that you watch these. I appreciate if you subscribe, if you share with anybody you think might enjoy these. So you can follow my Patreon also for a lot of updates. I'm gonna start probably focusing on posting a lot of stuff there, and then it will be behind a paywall, because I'm trying to get, you know, the information out, but also find where I can pull back on certain free stuff to put behind a membership for people to find more about, like this, the talk on the Sorceress is going to be one of those things that I put behind a membership, and it will be more information like that as it happens, although this took a couple days to do after I had the revelation, because again, I do have to find ways to also bring in money, not just for the books, so that I could earn a living, you know? So thank you for watching, for subscribing, for commenting, for liking. Hit the bell icon if you want to receive notifications. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Miss Fussy is laying by Kona to calm herself down. I do know she has to go out, so she's getting fussy for that reason. And I hope that you have the chance to make somebody smile, or somebody has the chance to make you smile. If If there's more information you'd like to know about anything I ever addressed, just ask in the comments. If you ever need an ear, yes, my messages are open for that purpose. Otherwise, I'm not going to be chit-chatting with you. Also, if you're a dude just hoping to chat me up, because no, I already have somebody, thank you, and he's quite special. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and there's more to come as usual. Nobody breathe. I think it's set up. I'm like really white. See if I fix it. I don't mind being super pale. I'm a ghost. Is that good? Looks okay. Look at that. I'm abused by my dog. You gonna be quiet now, meter? Nope, you won't. I told you my brain just went oh, bing. What the heck was I gonna say? I have no idea. Oh, I know what I was going to